You might hate your job, but what if you can thrive inside of it? I'm Rob Derlich. I help ambitious professionals up-level their career by up-leveling themselves. And some of you are in a job that you cannot stand. You are stuck, you are frustrated, you are locked in survival mode. So how do we move you from survival into thriving? And maybe you can't change the job. Maybe you can't change the circumstances that you are in. But can you change you? You are the one that is in survival mode. You're the one that hates the job. How you feel inside is what you hate about the job, about your boss, about your career, about your company, whatever it is. Can we move you? Can you move you from survival to thriving? So let's get into it. Here's the deal. You feel your job defines your energy. You feel the situation that you are in defines who you are. So you show up defeated the moment you walk in the door. The moment you log on to the computer, you are defeated. It's over. There's no winning the day. But this is your one life. Why would you do this day after day after day, showing up, hating what you do, trying to survive because you're tied to the paycheck, you're tied to the money that it provides, you're tied to the security every 2 weeks that it gives you. And yes, I do understand responsibilities. I do understand that you've built a certain financial life that's dependent upon that job, upon that career, upon whatever the situation is where you have to grind it out and you hate it. Maybe you can't change that job. Maybe you're stuck behind a boss that's just grueling, that is not the kind of person you want to work for, but you don't have a choice. But what can you do? And that is the mindset. Going from surviving to thriving is about here. It is between the ears. It is up in the head. It is how you process the world. You're not going to change this overnight because you would have just quit the job already. Because honestly, if you're able to quit the job, then why would you not just do that? Why would you not go find something that lights your soul on fire? But most of us have built this life, got into a situation, made decisions, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. This is where you're at and you're locked in. So how do we shift the perspective and the lens through which we are looking at your situation? Because who wants to get up every single morning and go, another day at the job, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. I was there once. I worked in a call center a long time ago. I could not get out of bed. I had to because I had responsibilities. I dragged myself through the door. I got on the phone. I put the headset on and boom, call after call after call after call. I've been there. I hated it. But I got out. I got through. And so can you. So here's the deal. Stop waiting for the job to change. It won't. Stop waiting for your boss to change. They won't. Stop waiting for the company to make a change. They won't. What can you change? You. How you approach it. How you show up every single day. It will be hard. It will be tough because you're going to want to be locked into survival mode. It will not be easy, but you need to make some change. You cannot keep going down the path. Who wants to show up every single day and hate their job? So let's change what we can control. So here's a couple quick tips, and this is part 2. This is part 1 to a part 2 series. First of all is awareness. Own where you're at. Own the decisions that you made to get to this point. Own it all. Just own it. Go from victimhood into empowerment by owning it and acknowledging it and being aware of where you're at. Your job sucks. It's not okay. It's not good for you. Okay, sit in that. Own that piece of it. And then start thinking about what actions you can take every single day to move you forward, to make a subtle shift. Micro wins will start to stack. Live for micro wins. You're not going to get major hits overnight. You're not going to get major wins overnight. But what can you do to start plugging the energy leaks that you have and start honing in on control that this is my life, this is not their life. And that is really where you're frustrated with. You feel they own your life, whoever they are. But that is not true. That is a lie that you've bought into. That is a programming that you've bought into. You own your life. The decisions you've made have led you to this point. You've created this reality so you can create a different reality. You've had a series of decisions that's led you to right here. You also can make a new series of decisions that will lead you into something that starts to set your soul on fire, that starts to light you up, that starts to thrive in this world. And maybe even in the job where you are today. Do this daily. Build it daily, show up every single day. I'm going to find something in this job, in today, that is going to help me build my future, that's going to help me build myself into a better way. Surviving to thriving. If you're locked in survival mode, it is literally a decision. I'm done surviving. I'm going to start finding a path forward into thriving. So this is the key for part one. Make the decision. Start taking actions toward that decision that I'm no longer going to live in survival. I'm going to find a way, no matter how long it takes, to start thriving in my job, in my career, in my life. If this hits, check out my mini course, Survive to Thrive, 7 days to transform your job, even if you hate it. Check that out on my website at robdurlich.com. But here's the deal. You have more control than you think you have. You have more power than you think you have. They do not own your life. You own your life. So how you show up, that's the game. Play the game. Play it for you. Play it for your future. Part 2 coming up soon.